Dear student, today we will see notice, syllabus and sample question of WBSA Olympiad 2024. The video will be long. You will see the notice that after class you will check the syllabus of your class and sample question. Now we have seen the notice, how to fill the form and what is the syllabus and sample question. The exam is contributed by West Bengal Student Academy 67 Sitaram Ghosh State Kolkata 700009 and mobile number 6297072576 or 6295469395. Exam name Bengal Science Olympiad 2024. Examination for class 5 to 10, 12 and 12 pass NEET and JEE main. See the exam rules, general information. Exam date 15 December 2024 Sunday. You will find the exam venue given in the description box. Direction of exam 11 am to 1 pm, 2 hours class 5 to 10 and 11 am to 2 pm, 3 hours class 12 and 12 pass NEET and JEE. Notice letter. I will see now exam syllabus WBSA, WBCHSA, CBSE and ICSE curriculum. Exam question will be in English and Bengali version language. Exam medium of exam English and Bengali language. I will see now type of question paper MCQ OMR base. The exam question paper will be MCQ type and answer sheet be given in OMR sheet. The correct answer must be filled in by rounding the OMR sheet. A week before the exam, a video will be given now how to fill the OMR sheet and what to take to the exam hall. Now let's see the exam number distribution. Mark of exam. Class 5 to 10, full marks 100 for 100 MCQ, no negative for wrong answer. NEET full marks 720 as per syllabus. JEE main full marks 300 as per syllabus. Now let's take a look at NEET and JEE main syllabus numbered distribution. First, NEET exam question pattern. Our question paper will be divided into two parts, section A and section B. Each subject physics, chemistry, botany, zoology. Will we have 35 questions from section A and 15 from section B. 10 out of 15 questions in section B are to answered. Section A and section B marks 4 each, minus 1 marks for incorrect answer. Now I will see JEE main exam question pattern. Our question paper will be divided into two parts, section A and section B. Each subject, physics, chemistry, mathematics, will be 20 questions from section A and 10 from section B. 5 out of the 10 questions in section B are to be answered. Section A and section B mark 4 each. Minus 1 marks for incorrect answer. I will see now exam free rupees 100 for class 5 to 10 and rupees 200 for each for class from NEET and JEE main. I will see now publish of result. The result of the Olympiad will be published with 90 days. Reward certificates along with fabulous prize will be given to the successful examiners who will be able to get into top 10 list. Our form fill-up is going on the get the form and other information WhatsApp on the number 6295469395. Now we will see how to fill the form. The form has two parts, application form and admit card. You will submit the application form and you will keep the admit card part. You have to take the admit card part to the exam hall. Now let's see how to fill the form. The class will be write which class will write it later. Version English and Bengali. One will tick the language in which of the given test is given. We have given the name of the board, WBSA, CBSE, ICSE, whichever board will be tick. Write my name in capital letter. First write the name and leave a blank space and write the letter. Then you write the name of the Then write the name of the father or mother. I will write father or mother name the way you have write your own name. Then you write the name of the school. After that, in the same way, you write your name or father or mother name. Then write the mobile number, which is the WhatsApp number. Then I will take my gender as male if male, or female if female. After that, signature of the application will be signed by the examines. Here the following part officially used. There will be filled all, you do not have to do anything. Similarly, fill the admit card section. Our form fill up is going on. The get the form and other information WhatsApp on number 6295469395. Now we will see the syllabus and sample question. Here all class syllabus and sample question are given. There will be question from this syllabus are similar to the sample question. Now we will see the syllabus of class 5. You can take note of the syllabus. First I will see science syllabus, marks 50. The first chapter of science is the human body. From there will be skeleton and nervous system, 5 or super sense, and from tasting to digesting. The next chapter is environmental and protection. From there will be farmer's story, seeds and mangoes. The next chapter is the world around us. From there will be air, water, a test for mosquitoes. The next chapter environmental and sky, or earth, sun and moon. The next chapter is environmental, minerals and energy. Our next chapter our environmental and animals habit and adaptation, environmental and forest, or environmental forest. You can take note of the syllabus. I will see the mathematics syllabus, section B, marks 50. Now see arithmetics. Numbers, first chapter number system. From there will be concept of 6, 7 and 8 digit number and addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Next, identify smaller and greater number. Next, developing the concept of face value and place value. Next, prime and composite number. The next chapter is concept of fractional number and addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. The next chapter is decimals, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division or decimal fractions. Next chapter, factor, LCM and HCF. Next chapter, data holding. And next chapter, concept of addition and subtraction of year, months, day and money. And next chapter, unitary method. You can take note of the syllabus. I will see the geometry. The first chapter is geometry, concept of balanced solid structure. Next chapter is lines, segment, ray and points. The next chapter is geometry, concept of triangle, rectangle, square and circle. And next chapter is symmetry. You can take note of the syllabus. I will see now the mensuration. The first chapter is determinant of the parameter and area of a quadrilateral and square. You can take note of the syllabus. I will see the logical reasoning. First chapter is number series, next chapter is letter series, and next chapter analogy, and next chapter coding and decoding, next chapter missing number test, next chapter statement and conclusion, next chapter is non-variable reasoning, next chapter is mathematical operations, next chapter is direction test. You can take note of the syllabus. Now we will look at sample question. At same question 1 and question 1. First question English version and second one question is Bengali version, and two questions are same. Video on how to fill OMR sheet will be available in our channel to get 1 week easy of exam. Our form fill-up is going on. To get the form and other information, WhatsApp on number 6295469395. Now we will see the syllabus of class 6. You can take note of the syllabus. We will first look at the physical science part of the science. The science section A marks 50. Then we will first look at the physical science part of science. The first chapter is sorting materials into groups. Elements, compound, mixture and pure substance. Next chapter, metals and non-metals. And the next chapter, changing around us or phenomenon around us. The next chapter is motion and measurement. And next chapter is light and reflection. And next chapter, electricity and magnets. And next chapter, water. And next chapter, garbage in and out or waste products. We will look at the life science part of science. Okay, you can take note of this syllabus. First chapter is the interdependence of organs. Source of food. Man and others animal depend on plants. Fiber to fiber depend on plants for garments and fiber. The next chapter is component of food. Starch, protein, fat. The next chapter is body movements or human body. Bones, bone, joint and muscles. The next chapter is getting to know plants biodiversity and its classification. The next chapter is the living organs. The living organs, structures and habit or habit and habitat of same important animals. You can take note of the syllabus. I will see the mathematical syllabus. Mathematics section B marks 50. Arithmetics number. The first chapter is number system. From will be knowing our number or concept of 7 and 8 digit number. Next, reasoning about number. Next, prime and composite number. Next, whole number and integers or concept related to regular numbers and number line. Next chapter, Roman number. And next chapter, LCM and HCF factors, decimals, data holding, percentage, ratio and proportion and square root. You can take note of the syllabus. Now let's see the algebraic part. You can take note of the syllabus. Chapter is concept of the algebraic variables. Now let's see the geometry part. The first chapter is understanding element shape or geometrical basic concept of blended solid structure. Next chapter is geometrical ideas. Form will be lines, segment, ray and points. Geometry concept of circle and symmetry. You can take note of the syllabus. Now let's see the mensuration. The first chapter is determination of the parameter and area of a quadrilateral and square. You can take note of the syllabus. Now let's see the logical reasoning part. The first chapter is number series and the next chapter letter series and next chapter analogy and next chapter coding and decoding and next chapter missing number test and next chapter statements and calculations and next chapter non-variable reasoning and next chapter mathematical operations and next chapter direction test. You can take note of the syllabus. Now we will look at sample questions. Question 1 English version and question 1 is Bengali version. Both questions are same. Video on how to fill OMR sheet will be available in our channel. To get 1 week easy of exam. Essay of exam. Our form fill-up is going on. The get the from and other information WhatsApp on number 6295469395. Now we will see the syllabus of class 7. We will first look at the physical science part of science. Science is section A, mark 50. Then we will first look at the physical science part of science. You can take note of the syllabus. We will first look at the physical science part of science. First chapter is heat. The next chapter is light. The next chapter is electrical current, and the next chapter is time and motion. And the next chapter is physical and chemical chains, or atom, molecules and chemical reaction. The next chapter is role of substance in environment, or acid, base and salts, soil, winds. We will look at the life science part of science. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is transportation in animal and plants, reproduction in plants, or structures, diversity and functional processing of living organs in the environment. The next chapter is weather, climate and adaptation of animals to climate, naturation in plants, naturation in animal, or series of environmental plants and conservation. Next chapter is forest, our lifeline. Respiration in organism, water, a resource, and water, wastewater story, or environmental and public health. I will see the mathematical syllabus. You can take note of the syllabus. Mathematical section B, marks 50. Arithmetic, the first chapter is rational numbers, data holding and double bar graph, percentage. The next chapter is ratio and proportions, and next chapter is square root of factors, and next chapter is time and distance. Now let's see the algebraical part. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is integers, and next chapter is simple equation or algebraic operations. The next chapter is concept of index, and next chapter is algebraic formula, and next chapter is algebraic expression or factorization. And next chapter is formation of equation and solution. Now let's see the geometrical part. You can take note of the syllabus. Properties. The first chapter is geometry, properties of triangle and symmetry. Now let's see the mensuration. You can take note of the syllabus. Determinant of the parameter and area of a triangle and quadrilateral and square. Now let's see the logical reasoning. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is number series. Next chapter is letter series. Next chapter is analogy, and next chapter is coding and decoding. Next chapter is missing number test. Next chapter is statement and calculation, and next chapter is non-variable reasoning, and next chapter is mathematical operation, and next chapter is direction test. Now we will look at sample question. Question 1, first question English version, and question 1, this question is Bengali version. Both questions are same. Video on how to fill OMR sheet will be available in our channel. To get 1 week essay of exam. Our form fill-up is going on. Get the form and other information WhatsApp on the number 6295469395. Now we will see the syllabus of class 8. We will first look at the science. Section A, marks 50. We will first look at the physical science part of science. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is materials, metals and non-metals, or nature of matter. The next chapter is structure of matter. The next chapter is force and pressure, and next chapter is frictions or force according without constant. The next chapter is heat. The next chapter is light. The next chapter is chemical affect electricity, and next chapter is same natural phenomena, and next chapter is occurrence of carbon and its components compounds, and next chapter is pollution of air and water. You can take note of the syllabus. We will look at the life science part of science. You can take note of the syllabus. First chapter is crop protection and management, or human food and food production. The next chapter is microorganism, variant and foe, or world of microbes. The next chapter is cells, structure and functions, or structure of body. The next chapter is reaching the age of adolescence, or endocrine system and adolescence. The next chapter is conservation of plants and animals, or biodiversity, environmental and conservation of endangered animals. I will see the mathematics syllabus. Mathematics section B, marks 50. Now let's see the arithmetic part. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is rational numbers. The next chapter is data holding and pie diagram. Next chapter is percentage, and next chapter is direction and inverse proportions, or work and time, available to solve problems on work and time using unitary method and the principles of ratio and proportions. Now let's see the algebra parts. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is linear equation in one variable, or multiplication and division of polynomial expression. The next chapter is cubes and cube roots, and next chapter is law of index, and the next chapter is algebraic expression and identities, or factorization of algebra expressions. The next chapter is fractions of, or HCF and LCM of algebraic expression. Now let's see the geometry part. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is complementary angle, supplementary angle and adjacent angles, developing the concept of the complementary, supplementary and adjacent angles with 3 rules or states or grow sticks. The next chapter is vertically opposite angles, developing the concept of the geometry, axioms and theorems. The next chapter is introduction of graph or graph. The next chapter is understanding quadrilaterals, the classification of polygons, convex and concave polygons and irregular polygons, angle sum properties. Now let's see the mensuration part. You can take note of the syllabus. Determinant of the parameter of area of a quadrilateral. Now let's see the logical reasoning parts. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is number series. The next chapter is letter series. The next chapter is analogy and next chapter is coding and decoding and next chapter is missing number test and next chapter is statement and calculation and next chapter is non-variable reasoning and next chapter is mathematical operations and next chapter is direction test. Now we will look at sample question. Question 1 English version and question 1 Bengali version. That question are same. Video on how to fill OMR sheet will be available in our channel to get 1 week essay of exam. Our form fill-up is going on the get the from the other information WhatsApp on number 6295469395. Now we will see the syllabus of class 9. We will first look at science section A, marks 60. We will first look at the physical science part of the science. The physics marks 30. Now let's see the physics. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is system and measurement. The next chapter is law of motion. From will be force and law of motion and work, power and energy. The next chapter is hydrostatics. From will be matter, structure and properties. Pressures and trust liquid pressures at any point inside the liquid. Density and species gravity. Pascal's law. Archimedes principle. Concept and definition of surface. Tension and factors on which it depends. The next chapter is heat and temperature. The next chapter is sound. You can take note of the syllabus. Now let's see the chemistry. You can take note of the syllabus. First chapter is chemistry and language. Mole concept and solution. Symbol and its definition. Symbol of the elements. Valency and its definitions. Radicals definition. Formula. Compounds, their name of the formulas. Physical and chemical change. Different types. Chemical equations and recreation of defined type of reactions and balancing. The next chapter is atomic structure. Atoms and molecules. Structure of the atom. The next chapter is chemistry and environment. From will be water, acid, base and salt and separation of component of mixtures. We will look at the life science part of science. Life science marks 30. You can take note of the syllabus. The life science part, first chapter is fundamental of life. For will be cell, tissue, levels of organism of life. Sorry, cell tissues level of organization of life. The next chapter is life and diversity. From will be diversity in living organisms. The next chapter is physiological protection of life. For will be respiration and breeding in humans. Characteristics The next chapter is nutrition and digestion and absorption in humans. The next chapter is biology and human welfare. We will look at the mathematics part. Now let's see the arithmetic. The mathematics section B, marks 40. We will look at the mathematics part. Now let's see the arithmetic. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is real number. The next chapter is profit and loss. The next chapter is percentage. The next chapter is distance, work and time. Now let's see the algebra. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter law of index. The next chapter polynomials. The next chapter is logarithm. The next chapter is linear equation in two variable. And next chapter is expansion or factorization. Now let's see the geometry part. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is theorem on transversal and midpoint. Theorem of area. Construction of the Now let's see the mensuration. You can take note of the syllabus. determination of the parameter and area of a triangle and quadrilateral area of and triangle only triangles, and Heron's formulas. The next chapter is of circle and area. Now let's see the statics. You can take note of the syllabus. The statics from there will be introduction, collection of data, presentation of data, graphical Now let's see the logical reasoning. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is number series. Next chapter is letter series. The next chapter is analogy. The next chapter is coding and decoding. The next chapter is missing number test. The next chapter is statement and calculations, and the next chapter is non-variable reasoning, and next chapter is mathematical options operations, and the next chapter is direction test. Now we will look at sample question. Video on how to fill OMR sheet will be available in our channel. To get 1 week essay of exam. Our form fill-up is going on. To get the form and other information, WhatsApp on number 6295469395. Now we will see the syllabus of class 10. We will first look at science section A, marks 60. We will first look at the physical science part of science, the marks 30. Now let's say the physics. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is common area. From will be behavior of gases. The next chapter is thermal phenomena. The next chapter is reflection of light, the human eyes and the colorful world or light. The next chapter is effects of current, electricity, magnetic effect of current, electricity. The next chapter is source of energy. From will be conventional source of energy, fossil fuel, thermal power plant, hydro power plant, improvement in the technology for using conventional source of energy, biomass, wind energy, alternative or non-conventional source of energy, solar energy, energy from the sea and geothermal. And next, energy, nuclear energy, environmental constellation and how long will an energy source let us. You can take note of the physics syllabus. Now let's see the chemistry. You can take note of the syllabus. Chemical reaction and equation or chemical calculation, electricity and chemical reactions. The next chapter is periodic classification of elements or periodic table and periodicity of the properties of elements. The next chapter is metal and non-metals or metrology or ionic and covalent bonding. The next chapter is carbon and it is compounds or organic chemistry. The next chapter is chemistry and environment, acid, base and salt. Now let's see the life science. Marks 30. You can take note of the syllabus. Control and coordinate in animals and plant. Life process, control and coordination or control and coordination in living organism. The next chapter is reproduction. How do organisms reproduction or continue of life. The next chapter is heredity and evolution. The next chapter is our environment. From will be our environment, sustainable and measurement of nature reactions, or environment it is resource and their conservation. We will look at the mathematical part. Section B, marks 40. Now let look see arithmetic. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is simple interest. The next chapter is compound interest and uniform rate or of increase or decrease, and the next chapter is partnership business. Now let's look see the algebra. The first chapter is quadratic equation with one variable, quadratic solve and variation. You can take note of the syllabus. Now let's look see the geometry. We can took note of the syllabus. The first chapter is geometry. Coordinate geometry, triangles or symmetry. The next chapter is Pythagoras theorem. The next chapter is circles, the theorem related of the triangle to a circle. The next chapter is theorem related to psychic quadrilateral. From will be the opposite angle of the size. Now let's look see the mensuration. You can take note of the syllabus. The chapter is source, surface area and volumes. The first chapter is rectangle or quadrate. The next chapter is right circular, cylinder and cone. The next chapter is sphere. The next chapter is real life problem related to different solid objects. Now let's look see the trigonometry. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is introduction of trigonometry or trigonometry concept of measurement of angle. The next chapter is trigonometry ratio and identities. The next chapter is trigonometry ratios of complementary angles, and the next chapter is same application of trigonometry or applications of trigonometry ratios, height and distance. Now let's look see the statics. From main, medium and mode. You can take note of the syllabus. Now let's see the logical reasoning. You can take note of the syllabus. The first chapter is number series. The next chapter is letter series. The next chapter is analogy. The next chapter is coding and decoding, and next chapter is missing number test, and the next chapter is statement and conclusion. The next chapter is non-variable reasoning. The next chapter is mathematical operations, and the next chapter is direction test. You can take note of the syllabus. Now we will look at sample question. Video on how to fill OMR sheet will be available in our channel to get 1 week essay of exam. Our form fill up is going on. The get the form and other information WhatsApp on the number 6295469395. Thank you.